Jacob Prash. Been watching some of his videos. Seems like a well-informed man. I'm sure there's things about him that I don't know, things that other people want to say he's done or hasn't done. I'm sure that there'll be backlash one way or the other. There always seems to be. And, oh, well, we're here. I don't know if you can see that. 124. Maybe not. 124 on October 23rd. What does that mean? I have no idea. Why am I here? The name of God the Father. This message is for everyone, but according to some people that I've been listening to, it's more for the Jewish people. And that makes sense, because they're the ones that are going to have to make this decision. They're the ones that God is speaking to in Jerem-Iah 2:32 and Numbers 6:27 and 1 Chronicles 7:14 and Exodus 3:14, Jeremiah 2:8. You can look all those up and see that really God's talking to the Jewish people. And he's got a lot to say. So let's find out what that is. Let's find out what that is. My dad was born. He was the youngest of three Greek brothers. My first uncle, who has passed on, well, my first uncle's still here. His name was Pericles. My other uncle was Athanasius. And my grandmother had been in the country long enough that she told my grandfather in her wonderfully Greek voice, "I want a nice American name for my new American baby. We're going to call him Billy." So my father, for all of his life, had to sign every legal document, Billy, B-I-L-L-Y. Full-grown man, 4 kids, wife, job, Billy. Billy. There's nothing wrong with the name Billy. He couldn't stand it. So he referred to himself as William. And you know, but I never forgot his name, because that's my dad's name. And I would think it would be very hard for someone to forget their own father's name. But people have. People have. Here we go. Oh, come on now. Jerem-Iah. Jerem-Iah. Ah-Yah. 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 Jerem-Iah. Put my name upon your children. Numbers 6:27. How many names? How many names end in I-A-H? You were commanded that you put your name, his name, the Father's name, upon the children. He would bless them. You hear the name every day. Every day. For thousands of years. Millions of times over, because I couldn't tell you how many people have these sort of names. And yet, you listen to rabbis from Babylon that tell you, well, that's not the name. Excuse me. Take it night-night. No. Oh, so. Night-night. I'll be right back. Good boy. That's my good boy. It's not your fault. God is sovereign. In order for the rest of the world to receive the gospel, you had to forget your own father's name. Jerem-Iah 2. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, Thus saith the Lord, I remember thee. The kindness of thy youth, the love of thine espousals, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness, in a land that was not sown. Israel was holiness unto the Lord, and the firstfruits of his increase. And all that devour him shall offend, evil shall come upon them, saith the Lord. Hear ye the word of the Lord, O house of Israel, O house of Jacob, and all the families of the house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, What iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far away from me, and have walked after vanity, and are become vain. Neither said they, Where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, that led us out through the wilderness, through a land of deserts and of pits, through a land of drought and of the shadow of death, through a land that no man passed through, where no man dwelt? And I brought you into a plentiful country to eat the fruit thereof and the goodness thereof. But when ye entered, ye defiled my land, and made my heritage an abomination. And the priests said not, Where is the Lord? And they that handle the law knew me not. The pastors also transgressed against me. And the prophets prophesied by Baal, and walked after things that do not profit. Wherefore I will yet plead with you, saith the Lord, and with your children's children I will plead. Jeremiah 2. Did he say put my names upon your children? No. He said name, singular. You have forgotten my name, days without number. Jeremiah 2:32. I didn't get that far. Days without number. So many days and years you've forgotten the name of God that he can't even count them. You forgot your own father's name? How is that possible? It was necessary. It was necessary. Because the gospel had to come through Jesus Christ to the Gentiles. But we're done with it now. We know who the Messiah is. Now it's time for you to know who the Messiah is. But you won't come to that knowledge until you break free of the prophets of Baal, the pastors of Baal, the readers of the law of Baal, the Talmud that came out of Babylon. Does God have anything good to say about Babylon? No. And yet these men came out of there and brought their Talmud with them, their doctrine of demons. And they've convinced you that God's name is something other than the name he said to Moses when he took you out of Egypt. Where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt? Who is that? Ah-Yah. Hey, Yod, hey. He's the same this way and this way. Ah-Yah is the same this way and this way. 1961 is still 1961. Let's do it again. 1961 is still 1961. You can't mess with this name. You can only use it inappropriately, or not use it at all, which is what the Talmudists have decided would be best. But they don't believe in this God. They don't go back to Moses. You need to go back to Moses. 1 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, you agree that you are God's people, right? All of Israel says, we are the people of God. We are the people of God. My people, called by my name, singular, not names, name, will humble themselves. How are you going to humble yourself? If you can't humble yourself, God will humble you because he loves you too much to put you into outer darkness, into hell. If you won't humble yourselves, he'll humble you. And he'll do that through the Antichrist, your quote-unquote Messiah, who you apparently seem to be speaking to now. That day is here. It's not coming. It's here. These men who venerate the Talmud over the Torah know who they're talking to, are meeting with the man they see as the quote-unquote Messiah. But you've yet to be humbled. So who will humble you? The Assyrian, the bird of prey from the east. He's going to humble you. He's going to seem like he's your best friend until he does it. My people should know my name. I know my Father's name. Not that hard to figure out. Where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt? He's the one Moses sent. Moses was sent to the people of Israel, sent by this man, this God, this person, this entity. Ah-Yah. Written, Aleph, Hey-Yod-Hey, spoken, Hey-Yod-Hey, spoken, Ah-Yah. Jerem-Iah. Hezekiah, all the rest of them. I've said it 1,000. I've said it enough. There's only one name that matters to give you discernment. Jeremiah 2:8. And the priest said not, where is the Lord? You know why they didn't say, where is the Lord? They don't want to see him. They're in trouble with him because they have done the worst. And they that handle the law knew me not. Why? Because they were more concerned with the doctrines of their rabbis, the Talmud, than they were with the actual doctrine of God, the Torah. The Karaite Jews have it right. Study the Torah, not the Talmud. And look at the punishment they've been placed under. Look at the numbers that they have. They're virtually non-existent. But they, I tell you, are the remnant. You should join them in the study of the Torah and not the Talmud. That's the message. There's not a lot to it. Exodus 3:14. Where is the one that took you out of Egypt? He's found in Exodus 3:14, and that's his name right there. And if you're unsure of it, go to the Dead Sea Scrolls and realize that he was a messenger sent to Israel by Ah-Yah. It's a pretty simple whiteboard today. The Christians are going to go up in what's called the Rapture. We'll all be gone. The days of the Son of Man, lowercase Son of Man, will be over. And where will you find understanding? The Lord will send 2 witnesses. Don't ask me how it's going to work. I don't know. Do I think they're going to be women? Yeah, I do. There's a video on that. Because these people, these Talmudists, have such a hatred for women that God's going to let 2 women run the weather over the entire world just to truly get under their skin and enrage them. Why not? I say bring it, Lord. Bring it. Put it to them. They that handle the law knew me not. They won't say the name of Ah-Yah, and they certainly will not say the name of Jesus. Because Moses in the Torah will lead you to Jesus because he's spoken of all over the Torah. That's how we know that he is the Messiah. Because we've read your Torah and we know your Messiah. And you haven't. You have forgotten his name days without number. But if my people called by my name will humble themselves, humble yourself. Seek the truth. Seek the truth. You know these men are in error. The Torah even tells you that these men are in error. That's all I got today. God bless. Take care. Bye.